Our beloved viewers, welcome to the 9 p.m. English news edition brought to you live from RTD channel. And tonight, headlines are: an earthquake measuring 4.6 on the Richter scale shook Djibouti, according to Arta Observatory. And concerning the Minister of Labour, capacity building on international labour standard was held today in Kaspersky Palace Hotel. And on the international scene, flames approach the flow's largest city in Turkey. Those were the top stories, and welcome back in our newsroom. Earthquake felt near Gubeit this morning. An earthquake was recorded this Monday morning at 8:30 a.m. local time, according to the Geophysical Observatory in Arta, part of the Djibouti Center for Studies and Research. The quake had a magnitude of 4.6 on the Richter scale. The earthquake happened 3 kilometers underground. Many people were surprised by the shaking as they were waking up. It was felt in Tajura, Arta, and even in Djibouti city. People described it as a deep rumble or a dizzy feeling. So far, there were no injuries or damage reported. And according to Dr. Saad, director of the Arta Seismic Monitoring Center, he confirmed that a 4.6 magnitude earthquake was recorded this Monday, July 28, 2025 at exactly 8:30 a.m. local time. The tremor, he said, was felt strongly by residents in the capital as well as in the town of Sagalu in Tajoura's region. Thankfully, no material damage has been reported, he said. Dr. Saad explained that the earthquake was caused by tectonic activity along the main fault line that runs through the country and divides into two parts. And always concerning the weather conditions, dusty fog covers Djibouti city this morning. Djibouti city experienced unusual weather this morning as a thick dusty fog covered the sky. This was caused by hot and dry Khamsin winds, which blocked sunlight and made it hard to see clearly. Temperatures rose above 36 Celsius grade, and authorities warned that the weather could affect road safety and public health. Djibouti responds to the call for help in Somaliland. Following a generous humanitarian donation initiated by President Ismail Omar Guelleh, convoys carrying essential supplies and food have arrived in Somaliland, which has been severely affected by a prolonged drought with devastating humanitarian consequences. The aid was officially received by Somaliland authorities, represented by top civilians and institutional leaders. The handover ceremony took place in a dignified atmosphere with a strong Djiboutian delegation led by the Minister of the Interior, Saeed Noor Hassan, and the Somaliland representative to Djibouti. And beyond the material support, this gesture reflects a sincere and lasting spirit of regional brotherhood. It underscores Djibouti's deep commitment to the principle of unity, solidarity, and shared responsibility among the peoples of the Horn of Africa. Through this swift and structured mobilization coordinated effectively by Djiboutian institutions, the government aims to ease the suffering of the most vulnerable families and send a strong message. Djibouti will never turn a blind eye to the distress of a brotherly people. During the ceremony, Djibouti's Minister of the Interior, Saeed Noor Ibrahim, praised the president, stating President Ismail Omar Guelleh is always at the forefront when it comes to helping brotherly nations. His humanitarian vision transcends borders and reminds us that solidarity is not a choice but a sacred duty. For his part, the Somaliland representative accredited to Djibouti expressed heartfelt gratitude to the people and leaders of the government of Djibouti. This gesture, he said, goes beyond mere assistance. The Somaliland representative expressed a deep gratitude for the generous donation provided by the government of Djibouti, which had been sent by the President of the Republic and delivered by a significant delegation led by the Minister of the Interior. The donation, which included four food supplies, was intended to help 50,000 families. The representative noted that this act of solidarity reflected the strong spirit of partnership and brotherhood between the two countries, emphasizing that President Ismail Omar Guelleh had always been a key ally for Somaliland. Furthermore, the representative made a sincere appeal to the international community for support in addressing the severe drought affecting Somaliland. Finally, he conveyed profound thanks to the people and government of Djibouti for their invaluable assistance during these difficult times. On behalf of himself and elders of Somaliland's culture, the Sultan expressed a sincere gratitude to the President of Djibouti and the entire Djiboutian people for their generous donation of food supplies intended for the brotherly people of Somaliland. He emphasized that this act of fraternal solidarity was not the first, nor the second, nor even the third. It had become a deeply rooted tradition reflecting the strong and enduring bonds between the two peoples. He conveyed our heartfelt thanks for this continued and strong support. Meanwhile, the Vice Minister of Justice and Constitution of Somaliland expressed a sincere thanks to the President of Djibouti and the Djiboutian people for their generosity and continued support. He prayed to Allah to grant the President a long life, good health, and blessings. He mentioned that in response to the solidarity call made by the President of Somaliland, Djibouti was the very first country to reply. Thanks to these swift and fraternal responses, Somaliland received food aid intended to 15,000 families. The Vice Minister highlighted that this gesture once again reflected the deep bonds between the two nations. The Minister of Water of Somaliland stated a significant quantity of food donation had been offered by the President of the Republic of Djibouti as well as by the Djiboutian people to support the brotherly people of Somaliland. He noted that the fact of Djibouti had responded in just a few hours to the call for solidarity made by the President of Somaliland was a testament to the deep brotherhood and strong partnership that unite the two brotherly peoples. For his part, the Minister of Youth and Sport of Somaliland expressed his deep gratitude to the President of the Republic of Djibouti and to the brotherly people of Djibouti. He prayed that Allah would grant him good health and a long life. He also mentioned that they had received a food donation intended for more than 50,000 families affected by the drought. It was now their duty, he said, to proceed with the distribution of this aid in order to support the populations severely affected by the drought. For his part, the Minister of the Interior stated that they were today at the border with Somaliland in Zaila, accompanied by the Ministers of Sport and Agriculture, the Mayor of Zaila, and local leaders from both Zaila and Lokaye to deliver a humanitarian aid package consisting of food supplies for those in Somaliland affected by the drought. He described the gesture as remarkable and full of solidarity, highlighting that it comes from the President of Djibouti and the Djiboutian people. The minister emphasized that in these difficult times, it was crucial for neighbors to support each other. He noted that Djibouti had implemented an aid plan 2 months ago to help its citizens affected by the drought and later expanded to support this support to include the people of Somaliland, reflecting a true spirit of brotherhood. He explained that this aid, which will benefit approximately 50,000 families, was a ray of hope for those suffering from the challenges of drought. The Minister of the Interior of Djibouti called a beautiful example of cooperation and mutual assistance, the region expressing hope that this support will provide tangible relief to those in need. Let's head now to Doha, where Ambassador Mohammed Douali Wali, Director of the Arab World at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, represented Abdul Qadir Hussein Omar, Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, at the meeting of the contact group of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation on Somalia held today in Doha, Qatar. The ambassador was accompanied by Mohammed Ibrahim, Djibouti's ambassador to Mogadishu, and Tayyib Dubbet Roble, Djibouti's ambassador to Qatar. And during the meeting, the head of the delegation, Ambassador Mohammed Douali Wali, delivered a speech on behalf of the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation. We return to the capital now, where the Ministry of Labor, in charge of formalization and social protection, in collaboration with the International Labour Organization, organized a training workshop focused on the reporting requirements related to international labor standards. The event, held at the Sheraton Hotel, was chaired by the Secretary General of the Ministry of Labour. It brought together technical staff from various public institutions, social partners, and national experts involved in the implementation and monitoring of ILO conventions ratified by Djibouti. The main objective of this training session was to strengthen national capacities in preparing and submitting periodic reports that member states must send to the ILO. These reports track the effective application of international labor conventions, particularly those related to fundamental rights such as trade union freedom, the elimination of forced labor, non-discrimination in the workplace, and the abolition of child labor. In his speech, the Secretary General Abdullah Ali emphasized the importance of this initiative, noting that it is a vital part of the government's ongoing effort to promote decent work in Djibouti. He highlighted that this training is very important for ensuring the country's compliance with its international commitment, particularly those related to labor rights. The Secretary General also underscored the role of this workshop in reinforcing Djibouti's commitment to uphold the principles of trade union freedom, the elimination of forced labor. He further praised the fruitful cooperation with the ILO, which has been essential in providing the necessary expertise and guidance to implement this standard effectively. And now we listen to the Director General of the International Labour Organization.
It is with great honor and privilege that I warmly welcome you to this workshop on strengthening national capacity for the implementation and reporting on international labor standards. On behalf of the ILO, I would like to express my appreciation to all of you for your commitment to strengthening Djibouti's labor governance and for advancing the decent work agenda for all. Your presence in this workshop is a further testimony to this. I would like to commend the Ministry of Labor and more particularly His Excellency Minister Omar Abdi Said, workers and employers, for your continued efforts to align Djibouti's labor framework with international labor standards.
Other news now, the Djibouti Social Development Agency, represented by its Director General Mahdi Mohamed Jama, and the Djibouti Institute of Statistics, represented by Dr. Ibrahim Abdi Hadi, officially signed a service agreement in the ADDS conference room. The purpose of this agreement is to request the expertise of INSTEAD, which has a proven experience in evaluating the impact of programs or projects to conduct a study. Between 2011 and 2013, ADDS had already relied on INSTEAD expertise for a series of survey, including the baseline survey, midterm survey, and post-project survey on the PDUI with the support of the Institute of Research and Development. While speaking, the Director General of INSTAD, Dr. Ibrahim Abdi Hadi, expressed that this partnership is a testament to the commitment of both institutions in advancing scientific, technical, and strategic cooperation for the monitoring and evaluation of programs. He emphasized that the collaboration between INSTAD and ADDS is very important for ensuring the success of the study on the PDUI project, which aims to assess its impact on the communities and the overall development of the region. In his remarks, Mahdi Mohamed Jama, the Director General of ADDS, expressed his deep satisfaction with the partnership established between ADDS and INSTAD. He emphasized that this collaboration is a significant step toward strengthening the monitoring and evaluation of national development programs. Mr. Jama highlighted the importance of the study for assessing the PDUI project and its impact on local communities, noting that the findings will guide future development efforts. We turn now to the next story. The religious attaché of the Saudi embassy launched today the first scientific session for imams, preachers, and students in Islamic studies for the year 1447 yesterday evening. The session was held under the patronage of the Minister of Islamic Affairs and the ambassador of the custodian of the two holy mosques in the Republic of Djibouti. The event took place at the Kempinski Palace Hotel. This session, which aims to reinforce the skills of imams and preachers and enrich their religious, intellectual, and knowledge, includes a series of lectures and courses led by a distinguished group of scholars and specialists. The activities will take place at the Aslam Center for Training, Research, and Counseling from July 28th to 3, 2025. The opening ceremony was attended by several religious and officials figures. A large audience of imam, preachers, and students also attended the event. The ceremony was concluded with the presentation of honorary distinction by the religious attaché to the Djiboutian Minister of Islamic Affairs, the ambassador of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Sheikh Abdurrahman Mohammed Ali, and Sheikh Dr. Aid Al Kahtani from the Saudi Ministry of Islamic Affairs, Preaching and Guidance. It was emphasized that this training session aimed at imam, preachers, and students in Islamic studies. And during his speech, the acting religious attaché, Saad bin Abdulaziz Al Saifian, affirmed that the station was a part of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia's leadership role in serving Islam and Muslims worldwide. He added that this program reflects the deep fraternal relations and constructive cooperation between the two countries, particularly in the religious field. As-Saifian reiterated the commitment of the religious attaché to support and train scholars and preaching leaders in Djibouti with the goal of promoting and moderate religious preaching. In his speech, the acting executive secretary of the High Islamic Council, Sheikh Abdurrahman Mohammed Ali, emphasized in turn the importance of such training in enhancing the capabilities of imams and preachers both in religious science and in modern preaching skills. He explained that this initiative is part of the exemplary cooperation between the Republic of Djibouti and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, a cooperation that extends to several areas including religious education, legal training, and the promotion and of moderation and coexistence. He took the opportunity to express his sincere gratitude and high regard to the religious attaché of the Saudi Arabia in Djibouti for his commendable effort in organizing this 10th annual scientific session. In Al Sabih now, the regional council headquarters of Al Sabih region hosted a lottery for allocating spaces dedicated to various commercial activities such as boutiques, photo studios, hair salons, a clothing store, fruits and vegetable stalls, a cafeteria, handicraft shops, and traditional pharmacies, among others. The construction of these shops, located on the site of the former railway station, was supported financially by the German bank and implemented by the Intergovernmental Authority on Development. The construction of this commercial gallery is still underway. The event was organized by the Regional Council with the technical support of the Danish Refugee Council (DRC). Following speeches by the regional leaders, Abdul Malik Mohammed Banoita conducted the lottery, ensuring transparency. The 116 commercial spaces were divided into categories based on the type of activity. The gathering was attended by the Deputy Prefect of the region, Omar Idris Suge, the President of the Regional Council, Shamaki Hassan Al-Ali, the President of the Al-Sabih Youth Entrepreneurs, Fathia Idli. These commercial spaces are expected to contribute significantly to the socio-economic development of the city of Al-Sabih. This change initiative is made possible by a generous investment of 6.7 million euros from the Federal Republic of Germany through the German Development Bank. Taking the floor, the president of the Regional Council, Shamaki Hassan Al-Ali, welcomed all participants to the headquarters of his institutions. He explained that they had gathered to allocate 72 commercial spaces to young people in the region who were eager to start their own entrepreneurial ventures. He emphasized that the process was being conducted with absolute transparency and to ensure equal opportunities for everyone. He also expressed his gratitude to the representative of the public authorities, the customary chief, and the officer of the security forces who were considered vital witnesses to the operation. He further mentioned that the method chosen for the allocation of the spaces was designed to ensure that all applicants had an equal chance. Moving on now to the international scene. Turkey has been battling severe wildfires since summer, with over 3,000 fire extinguished. Recently, 3,500 people were evacuated from the northwest, where two major fires have been raging from over 24 hours. Around 2,300 firefighters, supported by 850 vehicles and aircraft, are working to control the flames. Sadly, casualties include one firefighter and three others in a tanker truck accident. 41 people have been martyred in Gaza as Israel proposes plans to continue the fighting despite ongoing indirect ceasefire negotiations. Bombings and a worsening famine continue to devastate the region. Medical sources report 41 deaths, including 8 victims attempting to receive humanitarian aid. That's it for tonight's news. Thanks for being with us and have a good night.